Hello Gemini, welcome to Celestial Soul Tarot. I'll take a look into the energies here and see what's coming through for you. Right, as always, keep in mind that these readings are general. Take only what resonates, and be sure to look into your other placements for additional messages with the other videos that are available. Okay, so let's take a look now and see what we have coming through for Gemini. Right, messages for Gemini, please. What is coming through here for Gemini? Ah, the sun. Nice. The world. The King of Wands. Look at you go, Gemini. Three of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Nice. Couple of kings here. Look at you. Wow. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. Here's the Page of Wands. This is a new direction. Could be a redirection energy here as well, right? The pages are the apprentices in the tarot. They're learning to become the knights and the kings and the queens of the court, right? So the masters of the suit, right? Of fire, we have the master of earth here. So this is somebody who's building up the courage or the confidence to go in a new direction, perhaps, right? To do something that you're passionate about, to get excited, to make some changes. This could maybe potentially involve a move as well. Right, it is a redirection energy, but there could be like a sense of adventure and spontaneity. And like I said, this person is still learning. So it does feel like there's a lot of confidence required here on your part in regards to this redirection in your life, right? Let's just take a look into the runes. We'll do a casting here and we'll dig a little bit deeper as well. Get some more messages for Gemini. We have coming through here for Gemini. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's take a look into the recent past here for some context, right? We have the Sun with the Three of Pentacles, right? So in the past here, right, really focused on something that really makes you happy, right? Using your hands, using your skills. This is someone who is trying to maybe build some knowledge around maybe their work or their job, or, you know, a situation, maybe trying to improve their home. We do have Ophila, the room of the home and family, coming through here, right? This could be somebody who's physically wanting to improve or work on their home or invest money into that, like renovating, that kind of energy, to transform it in some way for the better so they can move. I mean, clearly we could have somebody who just is looking at making their place more valuable, putting value and effort and money and investing into their home so that they can move. I can see that coming through here quite clearly. However, for some of you here, I mean, this is not, everyone's not looking to move, right? There's some people who are wanting to stay put. But it can also come across here for some of you with these energies, the fact that you're trying to turn things around in your life, right? There could be a sense of instability, insecurity, maybe with finances, maybe with your home. Maybe you're not happy with where you live. Maybe you're not happy with your home environment, right? And something needs to change here, right? So there can be an illumination with the Sun, and that you're willing to put the work in to make these changes. Now, maybe this is putting in work into a relationship within the home that's not working out, right? Maybe there's difficulties there. I mean, maybe for some of you, this is everything to do with the team or collaborative type of energy within a job situation. And it doesn't feel good, right? There's, you know, maybe you're feeling alone, you're feeling isolated, you're rejected, or you have people who aren't putting in the effort, their fair share of effort, right? And so maybe for some of you, it's like, okay, you're kind of in this dark space. This energy combination can come across as dark, feeling alone, feeling ignored, feeling unloved, right? Looked over, that sort of thing. But you're coming out of that darkness and into the light. So there is a breakthrough or clarity, which is why the Sun is also here, right? You're coming out the other side, which is, again, somebody who wants to continue to put into the work into something. So a relationship, a situation, a team effort, maybe something that you're building in regards to a business, right? Maybe for some of you, you're not making a lot of money in regards to a business, or something perhaps that you've launched, right? And again, you don't have a lot of clients or customers or whatever this might be for you. This is somebody who's like, okay, I got to change my energy, change the way that I'm looking at things. This is what needs to get fixed. You're going to fix it. So again, it's like you're happy again. You know what you need to do. You love the work that you do. You love where you live perhaps, or you love the business. There's something here that really makes you happy, which is why you're continuing to, or you love your partner. Maybe you don't love where you live. Maybe you want to move, you love your partner, whatever. But there's something here that makes you happy. That's why you're continuing to work on it. Otherwise, you would be gone by now. So if you have a work situation here for some of you where maybe there's difficult energies with coworkers, right? You're remaining where you are, right? You're going to choose to be happy every single day. You're going to show up, right? Because you love your work, you love your career path, and you're going to keep motivated, and you're going to stay there, and you're going to keep putting in the effort as much as you need to do, improving your skills, learning new knowledge, maybe taking courses and classes to improve, to get eventually promoted and make changes in regards to the type of work that you do, to enhance or step up to eventually become that leader. Like, we do have leadership energies here, right? So again, some of you could be slowly progressing into leadership potential. For some of you, if this is a job situation, right? But again, putting in the work behind the scenes, learning new skills, hands-on energy as well, right? Even though you may not feel included in the workplace, for instance, right? But you're choosing to remain there. That's what's coming in, that type of energy, right? So it's an example, but keep an open mind, right? So what we have coming through here now as your current situation is the World and the Six of Wands, right? So this energy combination is nice because, especially with this here, this is somebody who's finally out there. Like, there's a lot of confidence, right? This is ruled by Leo. This is Taurus energy. This is ruled by Capricorn. And then we have the Sun, which is also Leo. So it comes across as somebody there's a need here to really start gaining some confidence, or to motivate yourself to know that you're going to kind of reach this. It feels like a pinnacle of success energy. Like, you're getting out there, you're getting seen, you're getting noticed, right? Through it's almost like an industry energy, your colleagues. It might not be your work situation, but maybe the people in your industry in general are starting to notice you. Maybe you have your bosses, or somebody who's like, wow, we have this person and they do amazing work and they're productive, and and really kind of pumping you up here because you are good at what you do. But you could also have jealousy energy here, which is bringing me back to this, the uncomfortable, awkward situation. I mean, I'm going to move forward with a work situation for some of you because that's kind of what it feels like it is, right? Where, I mean, for some of you, like I said, there are some difficulties back here, but you're choosing to remain where you are because you love what you do. So now some of you are starting to really, like I said, reach that pinnacle of success with the World, which is the last card in the tarot, where you're finally in the public eye, getting recognized and noticed, right? And it has everything to do with, again, making new connections, new relationships, meeting new people, socializing, getting yourself out there, right? And maybe for some of you, this is business related as well, in regards to, in the past, people were ignoring you and they weren't interested. Well, now they are. Now they're showing interest, right? So if you were overlooked in any sort of situation, maybe even some of you were trying to find a job in the past here, you love your career path, you're working on your resume, putting in the effort, really trying to learn new skills, even though you don't have a job, well, suddenly things are going to start shifting and changing for you here. And I mean, boom, you could just suddenly get this new job here with Gabo, in a large corporation perhaps, where it's like you're wanted. Like, this is somebody who's attracting, who is wanted and is being elevated in life in some way, shape, or form, right? Because of the type of work that they're doing, and choosing to ignore the difficulty energies of the jealousy and the insecurity of others, right? So they have their own fears that they're, trying to project onto you, and maybe there's threats, and I mean, who knows what's happening with the dark energies here, but there's clearly, you're choosing to overlook that And you're not worried in regards to what some of these other people have to say, because maybe they're in fear that you're going to take their job. Well, maybe you do. It is what it is. If they were good at their job, then they wouldn't be in fear, right? If they were somebody who was just taking the easy way out, suddenly they get bumped out or they get let go and you take over, well, then there we go, right? They would have something to be in fear of. So if you're good at what you do, you have nothing to fear. You just keep going forward, right? It's other people who are doing little to no work, who are trying to bring other people down, who are in fear of being replaced, right? And so for some of you, maybe that's what some of this is. It's possible. I don't know, depending on your specific situation, right? Because what we have now coming through in the near future is master energies, right? Of earth and fire, right? So this comes across a strong leadership energy, somebody who's really, somebody who really does a good job in regards to the work, the career path that they're doing. Stable, secure, focused, dedicated, committed, productive, self-sufficient, right? Somebody who has a lot of creative energy, a lot of enthusiasm. They're excited to come to work, right? Motivating their team, you know. So there's some really strong energies here in the near future, right? And again, we do have the fire, the Rune of fire and light here, which is bringing clarity around a situation here as well, right, in regards to this. So it does feel like for some of you, you're going to be eventually moved up or elevated in life, right? So, I mean, for now, some of you are kind of in this status of like, you have your boss telling you that you're doing a wonderful job in front of your coworkers and they're jealous of you, or, right, like there's something happening here where you're starting to get noticed and you're starting to get seen by a lot of people. Well, coming into the near future here, it's going to be amplified to the point where you get that promotion, you get that new title. It can come across as a new title, a leadership, the director, the partner, the, you know, some sort of elevated position coming through here because, again, of the hard work and energy that you're willing to put in and to commit to. Right, but here's the thing though, we do have the water rune Lagoose, but it is Merkstave, it's reversed. So coming through here, it's almost coming across as somebody who, I mean, there's, again, a lot feeling inspired and motivated, but it's also kind of lacking that emotional depth, right? Lacking emotional, I wouldn't say emotional stability, but I mean, for some of you, it could create some fear within yourself where you're not as compassionate or as, I mean, because this is somebody who kind of lacks that compassionate, sensitive chip, right? That nature. So, I mean, sure, you're good at what you do and your leadership potential, but having water in this energy would be extremely helpful, you know, in regards to being more, like I said, more compassionate, more kind, more sensitive to other people in regards to like a team. Maybe you're going to be overlooking that sort of thing, right? So it does come across as somebody who would need to work on that because there is a lack of water in general in this reading. We do have a lot of fire coming through here and some earth, right? The world would be earth energy, but with this energy being reversed and the only water element in this reading, it would be a suggestion moving forward to be open to working on the emotional nature in regards to the way that you communicate, the way you present yourself, that sort of thing, right? Again, an emotional, sensitive, compassionate, kind of energetic chip would be helpful as you move forward into this, because this does feel really good. It feels very positive for you, Gemini, right? And I said you are needing or requiring at this point here to continue to move in this new direction. It feels like a redirection towards like perhaps something that you didn't really see coming or you weren't sure of because you were maybe in fear around some of these other people. Don't worry about them, right? Focus on yourself and you're going to get there. But add a little bit of water and you're going to be just great, okay? So this is what I have for you here, Gemini. Thanks so much for watching and hopefully you found this reading helpful.